All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Hope you had an amazing day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, buddy. I'm doing great. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well.
Yes,
And
doing good.
before we hop in here, I don't know if he's around this morning, and I'll thank him myself later, but I want to thank Peter for hopping in at the last minute to cover me yesterday while I took care of some tech things.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Peter. I mean, we told Peter what 5 minutes before. Hey,
Yeah,
you're
about
on.
5, 8 minutes before. Yeah,
You're
thank
gonna
you,
have
buddy.
to put on a shirt and hide your tattoos for the morning, and he was glad to do it. So thank you, Peter. We appreciate you. All right, guys, let's get to it. As exciting as that was, also yesterday was very exciting, guys. I mean, our watch list was just incredible. Starting with Workhorse, let's get into that one. That was the first one on our list, but we had this one ticker that I'll get to next. I kind of stole the whole show basically yesterday, and I'm sure you guys know which one that is. So here's Workhorse. Let's zoom into our 5 minute. Again, pre-market was not looking great, but this thing did have potential. Had a nice drop coming into the market open yesterday. At the morning, you can see there was a little bit of a bounce here, but a very interesting first minute candle, which was very difficult to trade. Eventually, did settle down nicely, and look at this beautiful breakout, slightly above the VWAP here, and just takes off right after that. So again, nice breakout there. Some good scalping opportunities there as well. Here was Neo, and this is where most of the attention was yesterday, including for myself. It's just incredible what this stock is able to do. Had a beautiful pre-market action going into the market open. We knew this one was going to be in play. Had a beautiful short opportunity here right out of the gates. Lost it lost this level here, the 49, which again, if you look at this chart now, that played a very important role in this engulfing pattern here. This engulfing was just amazing right off this level here. You had some good confirmation once it got above that level that this thing did want it to change direction, right? So lost the loft that they here as well. Here becomes a beautiful shore. And if you guys did not get a chance to look at Andrew's recap, definitely check it out. And actually, in Andrew's recap, Thor is in Andrew's recap that he did yesterday, so that was exciting to see. I don't think Thor knew he was in the recap or being recorded at the time, but pretty interesting there. So definitely check that out. But here, just in a beautiful engulfing pattern, guys, and never looks back. I mean, this thing just takes off nicely. Hits a couple of levels that we had here: 42.68, 45.37. Again, these are daily levels that we took from our pre-market show yesterday, and you can see how beautiful this thing traded. Already this morning, we have 3.7 on it, so it's going to stay right on this list. It's not down much. Actually, it was down quite a bit earlier today, but it recovered somewhat this morning. Next, we have LI. So LI this morning, yesterday, it also traded very well, guys. But again, the action was on Neo, so really wasn't looking at this move here. The first hour or hour and a half, I think Neo kind of took the crown here. PLTR was a little bit disappointing. I think this thing could have traded a little bit better, had a better pre-market action for sure. Did give you some quick in and out here opportunities, but overall, just really died down. It didn't do all that much going into the market open. Here's ACB, which again I did not look at closely. It did settle down. When I first looked at it, it wasn't great, but it did settle down later on. If you were still trading at this time or looking for opportunities, it did trade very well there. And then we had Plug. Plug also was very nice as well. This was another one that traded very good. A nice ABCD pattern here, beautiful pop. Found great support of this 2256 level, and that turned out very nice. So again, a very good watch list, and we knew that going into yesterday's day because just how great the volume was, how great some of this pre-market stuff was looking early on, and we got just that some pretty good opportunities, long and short. On some of these. So all right, so that is what we had yesterday. This morning so far, our pre-market gappers list looking very long towards the upside. Yesterday was the opposite. Yesterday a lot in the red, today we have a lot in the green, and not much in the red so far. Some of these tickers, just looking at their names, don't look all that exciting right off the bat, but we will get into it. Same thing on the long side. I'm seeing some ticker here that we have looked in the past that are not great trading stocks. So it happens. We had a great day yesterday where Lao was looking good. Today we'll see if there's anything that we can peel off this gappers list is going to make the day for us. Let's head over to our market pulse. Norm, what do we have going on today?
Yeah, man. So SPY is essentially flat this morning. Qs are up just a little bit. We've kind of gone back and forth between positive, negative over the last few hours. Just really kind of consolidating here on the SPY up against all-time highs. So not too surprised to see a little consolidation here. Not too big of moves. do want to point out, if you'd pull up the ticker COPX, COPX, and as you do that, I'll just, the sector wise, most everything's in the green here. We've got, consumer staples down and healthcare flat-ish to down. Those are really not even down, just barely red. So technology, energy, leading the way there. What I will say, and semiconductors still look pretty decent. So this is a copper ETF, and can you throw up a weekly chart on that? That would be
Yeah.
even better, because this isn't the fastest moving thing of all time. You look at the last 12 months or so on that, and this massive drop. So copper is a good indication of where people think the market's going. Copper is used in everything production wise. If you think about it, everything electronics, whether it's appliances or building houses and putting new wires in them, cars, doing infrastructure and streetlights, all the wires in a airport or a train or any of that kind of stuff. Copper here heading toward all-time highs. So, and this is global. This isn't just the U.S. So, not surprising to see this coming up here, and SPY trying to bust those all-time highs. Looks like, despite everything that's gone on in this year, and I want a shout out to was it Peter this morning that sent the picture of that ornament? I'm not
Oh,
sure it was Peter.
yeah, it was Peter. That's a good one.
I ordered one of these. It's awesome. It's a Christmas ornament. It's a dumpster fire, and it says 2020 on it. So thank you for that idea, Peter. I know a couple of us had it perfect as a reminder. Who wants to remember this year? But it's something to laugh about 10 years down the road. So there you go. I love it. It's hysterical. I can't wait. But it's crazy to see what's going on in the industry and in the stock market after this nutty year. So hopefully for 401ks it continues, and if you're short biased, well, buckle up.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, let's get to our list here. See what we can find this morning that looks decent for us to trade. Let's start with what's gapping up today. NLV. Let's look at our daily. This doesn't look good right off the bat here, pre-market wise, and the daily doesn't look great neither. So again, not anything that we would like to have on our list this morning. Up 28%, does have very little volume. The float on this 7.6 is a low flow stock. You can tell by the daily here, it's just nothing to be excited for. Omer, this is one we looked at in the past, has had a couple of nice gaps ups and down previously on our watch list. This morning they're up 20%, 126,000. Again, also not the best type trading stock. You can see here on the daily, you don't have a great a daily chart overall. The pre-market action right now not looking great. Looks like a lot of the move happened last night here after hours. But again, just moving with very little volume, not just pre-market, almost their daily chart. If you look at it down here, I don't see anything above 3 million besides here on this day back in August. We had this madness. We had that on our list back then. But for the most part right now, I'm not seeing anything great. It's not a low flow stock, but I'm concerned that the volume is not going to create a good pre-market action for us here. Let's move on down to Crowd. Crowd had a nice pop yesterday, Norm. Do we know what's going on there? This one seemed to have get going. Let's see.
Yeah, they had earnings after hours last night, firing on all cylinders. So being rewarded by that with a 12.5% bump this morning. That having been said, I have not personally found this a very easy stock to trade. I know some people have traded this.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel differently, but intraday trading on this is generally fairly difficult from what I've seen.
Yeah, same here. I think I have probably one or two trades on it. Now, I can't remember if there were wins or losses, but generally it's not a great trading stock. But I've seen you guys take some really good trades on this. I've seen some people that can actually trade this. And again, it all depends on your style and strategy, right? If you have a strategy that can support some of this pullbacks that they get, some of this wacky price action, that's okay. So we'll leave this one here for now. I personally probably won't watch it, but today could be the difference maker if we do start getting in some volume in here. Volume is key. When you have these stocks that do not get as much volume, their price action at the open is not going to be as clean. and that's something I look for, and a lot of traders look for that really clean price action, especially if you're in and out quickly, right? If you're taking a little bit longer trades, a bit of a trend trader where your stop is very wide and you got some room, then that changes things. And Andrew talks about that in his recap as well. So make sure you watch that recap where he's talking about his style, Thor's style, and then kind of what you have to do to find your style. So it's a great recap. Definitely check it out. CAAS, this one's been on our list quite a bit. What did it do yesterday? I didn't watch it yesterday. I didn't watch it the day before when it had that massive drop. Yesterday didn't look all that exciting. Here again, there was better. Doesn't look exciting when you're looking at Neo and other stuff that was trading amazing. The day before that, we did have some action here. This would have been Tuesday, I believe. So you did have a little bit of a drop here without looking at the price action. Not sure how clean that was. For the most part, their daily seems like it wants to kind of push up here, right? Found some support at 8. I know there's some people that were watching it yesterday, the day before as well. We'll put it as a possible for now, but for the most part, this stock needs to look a little bit better this morning. LCA. What do we have here? This one, same situation. Pre-market's not looking great, guys. Daily overall not looking too exciting here neither. You do have a nice little pop here, so kind of a recovery here, possible continuation, but already this morning has slammed down quite a bit from its high. So we'll come back to that one if it gets any better. And NDM also not looking great here, guys. Up 7%, 737 and 53,000. Pre-market does look better than their daily, I have to say that, but still not something. I want to have on my list. Fuel cell, this one, it's active, 1.8 million, but again, going back to these stocks that are just not my style of trading, this is one of them that it doesn't trade all that well. We'll put it on here just to take a closer look at it. They are gapping up nicely today, 7%, 1.8 million. We'll see what's happening there. And I'm going to stop here because I want to give you guys a chance to definitely throw some stuff at us. Let's look at the last one, SBE. Now this one made some pretty good moves the last couple of days. Yesterday did good as well. Looks like I did not have it on my list, but you did have a nice opportunity there. And for the most part, the last 2 days before that has been a great short on this one. It has been pretty clean. So I think we had it on our list maybe one of those 2 days. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Let's see if today we're going to get something clean out of it. And for right now, I'm just going to scan down. PLTR I'm going to look at because I know someone's going to throw this one out there because it has been active. Yesterday was kind of like a sideways day, didn't do all that much. And today we're getting a little bit of a pop here, up 5%, 1.3. Might be worth watching, but let's hope that it's not going to trade like it did yesterday because yesterday was just brutal. Nothing clean about that. And scrolling on down, let me see if there's anything that we want to take a look at the moment. I don't see anything great. Let's look at what's gapping down this morning. SPLK. This was taking a big hit, down 22% right now, 689. So definitely big drop yesterday on this one. I can tell right now.
They've got a slew of downgrades this morning as well.
Yeah, so I could tell by the daily that you usually do not get a clean action out of this one. Already we're trading about half of their average. It looks like their average daily volume, right? So today could be a big difference, but for the most part, these type of stocks tend to have a really bad spread and a funky price action because they're not used to getting this type of volume. So I'm going to put it just as a possible for now because that is a big drop, and that could change the way this thing trades today. Definitely down nicely with some downgrades. You said, Norm, on this one?
Yeah. Well, they had earnings which have sparked the downgrades.
Gotcha. So again, it's just somebody messed up here. So definitely they're seeing the results of that. Here's a very, is this Verizon? No, Verizon is V.
No.
Okay, no, this is something else, which doesn't look great at all. So we're going to skip on this, guys. And just look at the daily overall. You're definitely missing a whole lot of volume here. A couple of days you have some good pops.
Anyway.
On a secondary, yeah, so not even great news on it. So we'll skip on this one. GLNG, also nasty, very, very, very nasty. You don't want to see this on your list. Dada, that's what my son calls me. This one not looking good. Not looking good here. KR is KR could be a hit or miss. Today they have a nice drop here, so something's going on. Normally they don't trade very well, but they had earnings. Okay, so worth watching because they
missed their revenue number, I believe.
Yeah. So that could be worth watching. There's some times that this thing does trade very, very well. That could be the difference maker today. For the most part, their daily is not great, guys. They're not a great trading stock. But let's see if this can create some opportunities for us. All right, Norm, what do you like on your end this morning? if anything?
BA is right below our threshold. It was a hell of a trade for a few of the guys in the room, a few of our mods yesterday. I know John. I think John was trading it as break a high day strategy, which it just kept doing over and over and over.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe Mike was trading it. I actually took a small short at some point for the pullback toward the very end of the day, which I made a few bucks on, but nothing
Nice.
spectacular. So that's one of them. Neo, of course, you can't go the fourth quarter of 2020 without talking about Neo, apparently. Uh, and Apple. I like Apple's daily. So
Yeah, let's look at Apple. Yeah, Apple's daily was lining up pretty nice over the last couple of days. We had a nice breakout here above 120, and now we have another possible opportunity here as well above 123, and also you got a nice level coming up here. So yeah, Apple does look good this morning. Let's add that on there. All right, let's take a look at what you guys have on your end today. Let's start with, let's get it here. All right, who do we have here? Lee, let's start with you because you're giving us AMD. So let's take a look at that. AMD's daily does look exciting right now, guys. So that looks good. Pre-market action is very light for today, only 171,000, but their daily does look interesting for a possible breakout. We saw that yesterday, I'm sorry, a couple of days ago here as well, and just been consolidating overall. That could be a good daily opportunity there for AMD. Might not happen today. You might just kind of chop sideways. You might not get the big move or the big breakout, but it's definitely turning out to set up that way for the most part. LIZI. Let's take a look at what this is. What's the float on this? 33. So not low full stock, but definitely on the lower side as far as pricing. We do have insane volume, 21 million. This morning, and they are up 77%. For the most part, just look at this daily, and again, doesn't look great, so you got to be very careful with this one if you're going to be taking trades on that. This thing can move on you very aggressively, already from 240 up $4.18. So I'm going to put it's not a low flow stock because it's sitting at 33, but I am going to treat it as a low flow because of the price and the volume you're getting here. You want to be very, very careful. Volume is great. The price action this morning is looking very nice, but you just want to be cautious with this one. So I do like what we're seeing there. Definitely going to add it on here. Is this a Chinese EV? Okay, they're a little late to the party, but yeah, why not? Why not?
everything these days.
Yeah. So let's take a look at that. CRM. CRM.
I don't know what it is. That's not what I've ever traded.
I never traded CRM. It's just, and if I did, it was probably an error.
It's Chinese. It's not EV. I don't know if they have they're tied to EVs in some way or not, but it's not specifically an EV. It's like in our see. This is where this gets crazy because what's the other one? It's the CAAS. They make
Yeah.
auto parts and they happen to be doing something with EVs. This is like user-generated content audio community in China with interactive audio entertainment platform. So they're doing something with XPEV.
Right. Yeah.
They're putting music in XPEV cars.
Yeah.
Seems like a bit of a stretch, right?
It does. It does. But again, you attach yourself to anything EV nowadays, and it just goes crazy. Now that we're talking about the EV stuff, let's look at some of the ones that we've been tracking, right? So XPEV obviously looking good, very very similar to what Neo did yesterday. This is a good one. So out of all these EV tickers that we see in our companies, XPEV and really Neo are the two that trade probably the cleanest. Aside from that, there's some other ones that have come up, or some other, like you mentioned, Norm, parts of this sector, and again, they're just not as clean as these two. These two are getting the volume. You've seen some pretty good price action on both of these. You saw that yesterday. Let's look at XPEV. I don't think I focused much on XPEV with what Neo was doing, but same thing. Look, same thing here. So you have opportunities there as well. So those two are really the ones that are trading really nice when it comes to that sector. All right, so CRM, let's take a look at that one. Again, this one, guys, it's just a very difficult stock to trade. I do love the drop here, possible close of, continuation to close this gap a little bit towards the top. We're seeing a nice pop up 2.3 right now, 350. I know I don't like this one, but that does look pretty interesting there. Might be worth watching.
Yeah, you just got to watch it on this. This can move
Yeah.
really fast. You got to size your trade appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
I did take it. I took a little nice trade on this on the bounce after it sold off yesterday morning and bounced a bit. So it
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
nice trade. They are, some people are mentioning work,
Mm-hmm.
which is Slack, and it consolidating on the daily or whatever. It's not really consolidation. They're being bought. No, not Workhorse. Work. WOR Tech.
Oh, work.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, they're
Yep.
consolidating on the daily because it's a buyout by CRM.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
cash and stock, but I believe it's primarily cash. And people get like a tiny fractional percentage of a share of CRM as well. So it might move a tiny bit as CRM
Mm-hmm.
moves, but I don't anticipate anything worth a decent move coming here.
Yeah. Yeah. You could tell
It was
this thing's.
announced, the pricing and everything was announced Tuesday after the close.
Yeah, and you can tell this thing's a little bit out of whack. You had this volume come in yesterday with, sorry, a couple of days ago with the news, and then from there it's just been moving sideways. You're not really getting any crazy action. You have volume, right? 141 million yesterday, but just look what it's doing. It's not doing anything. So that's the reason why, as Norm just mentioned. Let's look at WKHS. This one here. Workhorse, what do we have here? This was popping up here, 5.8, 335. Their daily does look interesting, guys. Had a huge drop, and now we're trying to recover here. Pre-market action not so great at the moment. Worth having as a possible. I know this one could trade very well when it picks a direction. WFC, let's take a look at that. Oops. Let's try that again. WFC. Yeah, their daily looks great. I just don't see anything as far as pre-market action, right? You have a possible breakout here happening above this 28.90. We're above that, so I do like this on the daily. Does it have the legs to break out of that? Is the key here, and you do have some good targets you can get to from June here. So the day looks great, but overall these banking stocks don't move a whole lot unless there's news. So unless we have some kind of big move in the markets or big move in this entire sector, I don't expect this to be as clean. Go ahead.
I just saying there's nothing going on that this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So just the day looks good, but aside from that, nothing happening unless there's some news breaks out. United, guys, not doing a whole lot right now. This is very quiet for them. They're popping up nicely after a good consolidation between 44 and 46.60 looks like. But right now, pretty dead as far as volume. So I don't see anything moving there. LIZI we looked at. XPEV we looked at. We have XPEV on the list. Yes, we do. CCL, let's take a look at that one this morning. Very similar to what I just mentioned on United. Again, their pre-market looking a little bit better than United Airlines as well. We'll have to see how the market is going to move today. American Airlines actually does look really good pre-market wise. You got a lot more volume here. You're slightly above this area consolidation. So these could be good. I actually like American Airlines. I'm going to add that one on there. I like their pre-market a little bit better this morning. I like their daily. Could be a possible breakout today as well. NEO we have on deck, so that's good. EVK, which one is that one? EVK is a low flow stock. Oh, yeah, this is active. Very nice low flow this morning. You got some good volume here, 9.4. Again, with these low flow stocks, I'm going to put it next to LIZI, which is not a low flow, but it's one that's a lower price that's moving rather well this morning also. So again, just be careful with those as usual. They are in play, so we'll see what that does there. Let's take a look. Head on down. Salesforce we looked at. That's good. All right. CAAS we do have. CRM we do have. Workhorse. Okay, good. So we're mentioning a lot of stuff we looked at already. So think we're good here. Head on down. Juan is giving us Lyft. Let's take a look at Lyft. Not doing much pre-market. Had a big day yesterday though. Had a big day yesterday. Nice little comeback there. Traded very, very well. Daily looks interesting also for a possible continuation. Uber had the same move here. So again, with the talks about everything kind of opening up a little bit, these companies that have been slammed are probably going to do well as well, right? We've been seeing that with the airlines. Yes, they had a nice day. The last couple of days has been good for them. Seeing that with the cruise lines as well. So things are just starting to trend up nicely here, at least for the most part at the moment. PFE, again, PFE, it's one of these stocks that are very difficult to trade. I think we can find a lot better tickers to watch. They're just so difficult to trade, guys. So just be mindful of that with this one. Same thing with mRNA. mRNA trades a little bit cleaner. And again, I know a lot of people have been watching this one, but again, it's just very difficult to trade at times, and it's getting more difficult now that it's a higher price stock. Notice how the spread a couple of days ago was pretty aggressive. The pullbacks are getting very aggressive as well, so be mindful of that there. Let's head over to YouTube. What do we have here? Brandy's asking. That's a good question. I'll answer that offline. Zoom. Let's look at Zoom. All right, what do we have here? Zoom. This one right
You don't want to
now.
get into your beard oil routine right now?
No, I'm not gonna get to my beer oil routine. So Zoom right now, guys. Again, this stock. You know what? This is a stock that I cannot trade great at all. But look at John. Look at the way John trades this stock and what he's looking for on this one. You know, he has it on his list most of the time for breakouts. So he's a great trader of this stock. But for me personally, it's just very difficult to trade. Now, yesterday I had a beautiful breakout here without knowing how the price action was. I can't tell how clean that was. But overall, this one not doing much right now. Only 34,000 shares traded. And as you can see here, you do have a possible bounce off the daily as well. But I'm not going to add it to my list. NEO we have, that's good. CCL we looked at. I think CCL is good, but I'm going to keep just American Airlines right now because I think this will all move together, all these this travel sector. So I'll keep American Airlines. I might move that one up. And I'll keep in mind CCL, NCLH, United. Keep all those in mind as well. Also, we have our scanners, guys. Don't forget, you know, we have scanners up all day here in the chat room. So if something pops up there, especially at the market open, that turbo breakup and that turbo breakdown scanners are my favorite. You know, you can see if something's hitting a lot of volume, you're going to see their names come up more often on that. And that's your indication you might want to take a look at what that stock is doing, especially if it's one that you kind of talked about in the pre-market that could be a possible, or was one that the day looks good, but the pre-market was not great. You know, those could be ones that you can take a look at into the market open. ACB, is it doing anything today? Yeah, not doing a whole lot. Pretty flat right now. Not much happening this morning, so we'll leave that one alone for now. Mick. Yeah, not a great pre-market. I don't like the daily neither as much. Yeah, look at this. Look at this day. Look. Notice how every day is overlapping the
They did have
previous day.
they did have earnings this morning, so they have a
Oh, they
catalyst
did.
reg.
Oh, okay.
Not a,
Okay.
it's not a great looking pre-market.
Yeah. It's not a great pre-market. Dailies all over the place. And now again, if they had earnings, who knows how that would trade? But the likelihood is, even with that, they're not going to trade as clean, right? But you know, who knows? Who knows? Let's see how that reacts. If you want to put this on your secondary list, you can, but I won't, because just the way this daily is, even with volume, they're not trading all that great. So, all right, let's see what else we have, guys. We have room for one more. Maybe we'll do these two, JMIA and Snap. See what's happening there. JMIA was good last week. Looking at actually very interesting today on the daily and the pre-market. So yeah, let me add this one on there. That's looking good. It's not hitting our scanners partly because it was pretty much flat here, but this is looking interesting, worth taking a look at. And let's take a look at Snap. You know what? We'll take a look at Twitter too. Snap has been consolidating on 45 for some time here. Not doing much volume-wise though. You know, day looks good, but this volume here is just not where it needs to be. So we'll skip on that one. Let's take a look at Twitter and what's happening there, and then we'll get to our announcements. So Twitter right now, yeah, no volume on both of those at the moment. So they're setting up nicely for a possible breakout, especially Snap. If you look at Snap, the way this thing has been trading over the last 2 months has been unbelievable. A great day yesterday, but a lot of things had a good day yesterday. But again, just no volume this morning, only 7,000. I'm sorry, less than that, was like 50 or something like that for a Snap. All right, guys, let's get to our market community announcement, excuse me, and then we'll come back and fine tune this list. Yeah, let's go back over here. There we go. Oh, no, one more.
There we go. All right. So Tuesday we had John's success webinar on quantitatively measuring strategy success. I believe that is posted. If not, it will be soon. Next week on Tuesday, special time, 5 p.m. Eastern, Eamon's going to be talking about trading ABCD patterns. Should be a great webinar. That's one of the kind of first simple, easy strategies a lot of people focus on. So look forward to seeing that. And then psychology tonight at 8 p.m. We've got Dr. Kenneth Reed talking about trend following, psychology ways, and trend trading. So it should be interesting. Next week we've got Creta 5 p.m. Eastern, because she's in Europe, talking about setting goals, how to appropriately set goals to improve motivation, confidence, and performance. If you want to participate in member trade of the day, trade of the week, take a screenshot of your best trade of that day. Dr. Reed was last night? Okay. Well, There we go. Sorry, I messed up. Uh, Take a screenshot of your best trade of the day, mark it up with entries, exits, strategies, and all that stuff. Post it on Twitter, tag at Variable Traders, that might be underscore BBT, and at Norm BBT. Also use hashtags BBT Family Day Trading Stock Market. We will pick the winner each day. It'll be announced at the closing bell show and on Twitter, and then we will announce the trade of the week after the team votes on those trades of the day for the week, and that will be announced Monday in the closing bell show as well. That person will win a $100 Amazon gift card. If you're watching us on YouTube and haven't been in the chat, would like to give it a try, use the promo code PREMARKET24. That is PREMARKET24. That gives you 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room. Doesn't auto-renew, turn into any other kind of membership or anything like that. Just ends. It also gives you access to Carlos's onboarding class each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, live. Also, we've still got the Black Friday sale going on. If you would like to take advantage of that, get 40% off a lifetime membership. Use the promo code BlackFriday40.
All right, excellent. All right, let's get to it, guys. Let's scan this list. I'm not as happy as I was yesterday with our list. This list doesn't look as great. But let's see what we have. Yeah, yesterday was just. I mean, the first list we put together, we didn't even have to do anything on it. It was just perfect. You know, it was. Yeah. So let's see what we have here. All right, let's scan through this. SBE right now, again, looking okay, 137. That's good. Their daily looks good. Their pre-market action could be better. Possible breakout. So let's see. I like what I'm seeing there right now. Crowd, CRWD. This one's also got a, again, good day yesterday. Pre-market is okay right now. We do have some good volume on this one. This could be a hit or miss, so it might not stay on our list here. Fuel cell, great pre-market action. Again, a lot of the stocks have this daily, right? Notice that a lot of them have this pop over here, the consolidation of the last couple of days, and a lot of them have a great day yesterday. Now they're kind of sitting up against this this thing over here, right? This oh, it's not. Hold on a second. I'm looking at Snap. Excuse me. Thank you for that. I'm looking at Snap. There we go. No, oh, fuel cell. No, this is horrible. No, this is not great. Great pre-market action, but just the daily is not all that exciting. So I'm gonna bring this down. Thank you for that. I was looking at the wrong two charts on the as far as 5 and 1 in the daily. So let's go back up, make sure we look at this right. So crowd, okay, so crowd pre-market action is not great, but this one's got a good pop. The issue with crowd is going to be, you know, how it trades. It's not that easy of a stock to trade. SBCE looks okay. Hopefully the volume comes in. This is nice. PLTR does have an active pre-market activity, a lot similar to what it had yesterday, but again, just at the open did not trade very well. So we'll keep this for now. KR has earnings. I do like this one. There's been occasions where we do have news or any kind of catalyst, and it does trade very well. So I do want to keep this one on deck. BA I think looks good. So like I mentioned before, a lot of these stocks are going to have this right here, right? The pop, the area of resistance they have for some time. Then you got the consolidation, and then yesterday a lot of them putting in a nice green day, and they're either slightly above this level of resistance or slightly below it, trying to get above it, right? We saw that on BA. We saw that on what was it? Was it Snap? I think had that as well. There's a few that have that type of setup. Neo is not one of them because Neo took a big drop the last couple of days. There's a few that have that type of setup as far as the daily. So we'll see how things are going to play out. JMIA, I do like this one. Pre-market action starting to come alive. You see a whole lot of volume coming in here now. I do like the daily as well. Nice engulfing on the daily here. So hopefully this can indicate a change in direction for JMIA. Apple is decent on the daily as well. We'll keep an eye on that. You got to have Neo on your list. This is good. BA, I like BA. The BA is good. QR is good. PLTR, you know what, PLTR is good, but I'm going to move it down just in case it's going to trade like it did yesterday. It was just so bad at the market open for what I like to look for. So let's bring that one down. SBE, this could be a good possible. I believe it's not great, but it could be a good possible. So let's bring that one down. And then CROD I'm going to bring down. I like the pop on it this morning, but I'm going to bring it down just because I know it is slightly a more difficult stock to trade. Kind of falls into that CRM, you know, Zoom type stock where, you know, they can be very wild and just difficult in that sense. So we have KR, we have BA is good, Neo is great. We have Apple, possible breakout there, and JMIA starting to get going now. So Let's see our secondary list. American Airlines. I'm going to watch American Airlines today. I think I'm going to put it on a main list here. I think there could be some opportunities there. So let's remove it from our secondary. We'll watch that one. Crowd is okay. SBE, okay. PLTR is a good pre-market action. Let's see if we get something going there. Fuel cell is okay. CAS I don't like. I'm just going to get rid of this one. SPLK, again, I love the drop here, guys. Down 21%. This is lovely. Million shares traded. Again, just a huge drop here. And usually this is going to create, hopefully, some volatility for us, right? When you're dropping down so much, whether towards the top or bottom. But again, this stock, the spread might be funky on this one, right? Normally they don't trade a lot of volume, and that's concerning. So that's the reason I'm going to take it off. But you know, I'm going to keep it here because I want to come back to it and I want to see how it's going to trade. But that's kind of my prediction here, that this thing could be choppy. It might not be as clean with the type of volume that it's getting. Now, today, pre-market alone, you already have 1 million shares traded, right? So on the regular basis, that is what you're trading here. See that? So you already have that in the pre-market. So that could change things a lot for this stock today. Plus, you're gapping down huge. So I'm gonna leave it here, but I'm most likely would not have that on my secondary list. FCEL, this one is good. I'm going to remove it just because I know I'm not going to trade it, so I don't want to take up space and mental bandwidth with that thing there. SBE is good, and these are some decent ones. XPEV, XPEV could be secondary to NEO, so that's good. CRM, I'm going to remove for the same thing we spoke about before. It's just, again, probably difficult stock to trade. And Workhorse, I do like that. We do have a couple of low floats here. LICI, ZI is not a low float, but it's a riskier stock, and EVK is a low flow of the day so far this morning, looking very, very good. This is what you want to see on the low flow stock, guys. 12 million shares traded so far, up 200%, which is insane. And look at the volume you're getting, how clean this is trading, right? You want to see the kind of like that ABCD pattern forming back and forth, back and forth. You know, that's what you want to see, and you're getting that out of this stock. It's a beautiful pre-market action, opposed to when we say, man, that's an ugly pre-market, is when you have this huge pop-up right at the pre-market, and then it just kind of slowly starts, breaking down. You usually got to be patient and wait for a good opportunity, especially in the market open, for it to find a base and come back up, right? Here you're getting some great pre-market action there. I would not be surprised if Norm left to trade this now. So he's probably in this long. All right, guys, let's do some levels. KR, let's start there. We have low of the pre-market, 30.71 looks good. Below that, we do have another area of support slightly down here, 30.48. Again, as I mentioned before, this stock normally doesn't trade very well, but today they have some definitely action happening this morning. 31.59, a lot of support happening here off the day. Look how many wicks you're getting there, how many touches this thing has. So you want to have that on there, 31.59. Towards the top, guys, pretty much covered. Look at all the action up here, highs and lows last 2 trading days, previous day close as well, so do not need to add any more. Heading down towards the bottom, what do we have here? Look at it in February, March, and April. Just madness. Look at this daily here. Best level, I see a lot of touches down here, 29.15. In here, you just got to have craziness. You're not going to find a great level there. Everybody's going to, if you ask everybody to put a level here, everybody's going to have a different level. But this one here is definitely very clean and clear, and that's what you want to see. You want to see an area where people can clearly find a level. If you have to search really hard for a level, most likely it's not going to be a major level. It's going to be a minor level. This one you can see clearly there. You can clearly see this one down here. You can clearly see this one. When you see those very clean, obvious levels, that is what you're looking for, right? So if you find yourself, searching really hard for a level, most likely it's not going to be a major level. It's not going to be one that you want to have on your list. So that's what we have for KR. Let's look at BA, also doing great today. Their pre-market action looking very alive this morning. As I mentioned, again, another stock with the pop and the consolidation, and then the test of this resistance again. Right now, they have their pre-market being tested one more time at 228.99. So right on there, we have a level. Let's go back. So we do have right in here, we're getting close to this area of resistance, slightly above that, 234.48. You want to mark that there, very clean level, of course. And then we're going back into March now, and then the next level will be the top of this gap down, right? We gap down here slightly. This 250 will be the next major level that you have there for BA. So BA doing nice things this morning. I do like this one. And again, BA could trade very clean for the type of price stock it is, sitting at 228. It does trade very, very clean. Their spread could be very good also. Here's the the one that's been trading just insane, Neo, high of the pre-market 48.50. Towards the bottom, what do we have here? We do have this level here, 46, low of the pre-market. Let's look outside at a bigger view in our daily. We do have a lot of levels in here. Highs and lows from the last 2 trading days are basically surrounding you here. Towards the bottom, your cover, you have some levels here. You have a moving average here as well. You have 44, which is your low from 2 days ago. So again, a lot of stuff happening there. Now towards the top, you're above your previous day close. You got a new pre-market high of 48.50. Slightly above that, the next level, not slightly, but above that, the next level is 52 of the 2 days ago's high. In between here, I do like this area, and this is going to be an area, this 50.46, and here's the reason why. If you draw a line there, you're going to see a lot of support and resistance happening right at that level. Right, you have this day where it opened up, sold all the way down, and ended up closing right at that 56.46. Another one that opened up right on there as well. This one opens up on there. This one has resistance right on there as well. So again, that 50.46, the last couple of 2 weeks, has seen a lot of touches. You want to have that on your list. That could be an area of resistance on the way up, or at least a loss of momentum, change in direction. We'll see what we get when this thing starts moving this morning. Here's Apple. Apple's daily looks great. Their pre-market starts to give a little bit back, heading south. 123.88 is your high of your pre-market. Let's go back a bit here. You do have 125.27 from a couple of months ago. This thing has been up there nicely. Let's see, above that you have August and September has some really nice pops here. 128.61 is the next one up there, so the next major one. You got some minor ones in here. I'm not going to mark those down, but this is very, very clean here at 128.61. So we'll see how this goes for Apple. Coming back down a little bit now, so not looking as strong at the moment, but it's still up nicely, about half a percent or so. JMIA this morning's looking good as far as levels towards the bottom. Let's start there first. We have this day right on here. A lot of touches at 30.31. Opening, closing. You have some wicks bouncing off of that, so that's good. You also have a moving average coming in here as well. Now your low of your pre-market is a little bit higher than that. It's sitting at 32. But again, you do want to have this one on here just in case we do lose some of these levels. Right now we're looking pretty strong, going red to green in the pre-market. Pre-market high right now 33.87. So we'll throw that down there. Above that we do have another level at 35.55, and right in here it's more of an area because you can put it slightly down here at the close of this date. You could put it up here at the close of this day here. So again, just kind of put it right in there, kind of midpoint, because you do have 2 touches there you want to mark down, which is this 37.29, 37.30ish area. Could be a good place of to have there as far as resistance. So let's see if it's going to break the pre-market high. Right now looking really good to do that at the moment. It was some pretty good volume. American Airlines I like today. I think the way they're setting up on their daily looks really good, guys. Again, as we mentioned before, we have this pop, right? We had an area of resistance, then a lot of stocks came back down, consolidated, had a good day yesterday, and now they're slightly above or below the last area of resistance, which is yesterday's high, right? So right now looking good. Pre-market high is over at 15.20, so we'll throw a level there. Above that we do have 15.57. It's the next major area of resistance. You can see the great rejection happening there just a couple of days ago, so you want to have that on there. Above that, just in case we're going to run, I don't think that's likely, but anything is possible. You're starting to get into that June time frame. We had this just insane pop here, and I'm going to put a level right over here. Not the best daily to find levels, but 16.34 looks good, guys. A lot of touches on that one, so I'm going to throw that level there for now. So all right, that's what we have. I'm not as excited on this list as I was yesterday, but that's okay. You know, it happens. Sometimes you don't, doesn't look great, and it turns out to be amazing. We've seen that happen many times, but definitely not a blockbuster list like we had yesterday, that's for sure. Let's see what our moderators have today. Let's look at their lineup. And don't worry, guys, soon we'll bring back, we used to have, if you guys remember, a slide that we bring up with the moderators list. We'll bring that back pretty soon, maybe next week. But in the meantime, we can work with this here. All right, let's go up. What do we have? We have John. So John, high of day breakout. He's watching Tesla, BA, and BYND. Mike likes BASQ this morning. Peter has KNTE is an IPO that's opening up today, so be on the lookout for that. If you're in the chat room, Peter will announce that for you. Eamon has JMIA, XPEV, Workhorse. He has a secondary BABA, FSR, PLTR, and also Zoom. Tiffany likes Tesla, XPEV, Neo. Thor likes mRNA, PLTR, and then a secondary list, LIF, BA, and NEO. Brian has Lift NEO, PLTR, BA, and EVK for fun. As you guys know, that is the low flow stock of the morning. Definitely trading very, very well today. Peter's list: AMD, NEO, XPEV, secondary list: KR, BA, SPLK, and Snow. All right, excellent. Norm, how about yourself? What do you like so far this morning? I know it's not a lot that looks great yet.
I mean, I've got the same stuff here. The only thing that's different, SPLK, I've got on my list. It's iffy. Peter's got secondary on it, kind of the same with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Apple, I'll see if anything happens on the daily, but that's more of a secondary because I mean
Yeah.
it's got decent volume, but it's I mean it's only up 1/3%. So
Yeah.
same stuff.
Yep, I agree. I also have SPLK as a secondary. I mean, it looks great, guys, but it's just concerning how the spread and everything's going to turn out to be. We have to see how that's going to get at the
Yeah,
open.
I definitely want to see what the spread does because that could move against you fast if
Oh,
it
yeah.
stays like that.
Yeah, yeah. But they do have, compared to their regular volume, they do have a lot of volume today. So let's see if that changes. All right, let's check. People want us to check a few more. Let's do these three. MU. Okay, MU started to get some action here. Might be worth. Had a nice couple of days. The last 3 days. What does the day intraday look like? Not bad. Yeah, MU. I'm not gonna go through all the details on MU, but we'll throw MU on there. We'll look at Tesla and ACB, and then we'll call it a day.
A number
Tesla.
of people want you to look at that. Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's daily looks good, guys. I mean, just unbelievable, this stock. Just finds a way to break through. Had a good day yesterday, getting a very nice bounce today. Last night looked like some action came in. Any news last night? Looks like they had a little
And
powwow action.
Goldman's talking about 30% upside on Tesla.
Okay, wow. That's just insane. So that is in play, guys. I'm not going to add it to my list. I find it a little slightly more difficult for me to trade, but definitely in play. And then last one we'll look at is ACB. I know this one has been active over the last couple of days. Has a great daily. As you can see here, just, again, it's very similar to what we've been talking about. The pop-up, the drop, consolidation, and now again, looking to get a next continuation here. So looks good. Pre-market is not all that great right now. That could get better. They do have 1 million shares at the moment. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm not going to add it to my list right now. I think I have an okay list. Let's hope that this gets better. Brian and Andrew are next in our chat room, and they'll walk us through the open, and we'll see what they're watching this morning. On YouTube, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We appreciate you. Trade safe today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you appreciate us being live, Norm and I, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so have a great day today, and let's end the week strong. Hopefully you're starting the month strong as well. Only 3 days in. Again, 3 days do not determine the rest of the month, guys. So just be mindful of that. Goes to our members as well. So if you're having a rough 3 day start, you got to pull back and
have the best month of your trading career.
Absolutely.
Still got a lot of runway out there.
Oh yeah, and guess what? After the month is over, there's 12 months coming up right after that. So no FOMO. Take care, guys. Trade safe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.